When I feel that moment where the person's letting their guard down, immediately one of the questions I would ask them, or one question, I'll break it down by gender because their answers tend to be a little bit different in my experience. So for the women, when I see that the shades is being, I'm starting to peer through it, right? Or the veil is coming down. I'll ask them a question. I ask them one of two questions. What would you tell a younger version of yourself? You remember that question? Or two, what would you tell the next generation of women? And each of them have taken a step back and said, this is what I would tell myself 10, 15 years ago. This is what I would tell the future me, meaning they're talking to their generation of women. What the men always ask them, how would you, what would you change in your life or knowing what you know now? How would you want to create the family dynamic that you want to create? And then that's where they take a step back because I speak to a lot of fathers, I speak to a lot of husbands, or I speak to a lot of people that want to go down that road.
Mhm.
You know when someone is beginning to open up. The physical part, yeah, if someone's about to cry, then you know. But you know when the person takes a step back and you can see
Mhm.
metaphorically the wheels in their mind
Mhm.
turning,
Mhm.
right? Because now they're starting to open up in a way that maybe they couldn't before. Because at the end of the day, everyone needs that shoulder besides their own to cry on. Everyone.
So when's the last time you cried?
The last time that I cried was when my sister fell sick and she actually collapsed in the parking lot. This was some time ago. And it's a vulnerable situation for anyone to be in, especially, I would say, a woman. Um, but, it was, you feel powerless because
Mhm.
I think, and probably some people may or may not agree with me, I still think one of the primary roles of a man is to be, to a degree, a protector of the home, right? So for me, I was always close to my brother and sister, maybe not so with my parents, but my brother and sister were always close. So when that happened, that was the last time I actually cried because I felt that at that moment in time that I wasn't anywhere to be found when my sister needed me the most.
Oh, wow, that was huge. Is that you weren't anywhere to be found, meaning here and or there? They couldn't
There,
find you, or you couldn't find yourself?
I would say there physically because when it happened, I just wasn't. I was at work at the
Okay.
time, but emotionally and mentally, I will always be there
Mhm.
from my sister. Um, but maybe at that time I wasn't there, and maybe that's what put her in a situation. Not saying that I was a cause of it, but maybe she felt that she was missing something,
Yes,
right?
I hear that. Yes. And I sense that as an empath, that it's the possibility of, did I do anything that might have encouraged hurt or pain or, um, and that tension isn't even right, discomfort. And then at the same time, what did I not provide that was not helpful? Not necessarily harmful, because when we don't know, we don't know. And it's I don't want to say conceited. Maybe narcissistic is not the right word. To assume that we would know because someone assumes us to have that knowledge, that's not accurate, because you can't read what someone else thinks or to know what they're thinking. And there's only a certain point to which someone can offer what they have the capacity to give. So for example, if someone needs something from you or anyone, there's a certain responsibility in the relationship to provide information. So when your sister collapsed and you were not available for whatever reason, and you heard about what happened, in that moment, you're there. Not the thoughts, that feeling of? Where did you feel it in your body?
I felt it in my heart at that point. I know that she's been going through a lot, and that's what I felt. I felt it in my heart.